Alright, with all that testing out of the way, welcome to Fable 3. I, was drinking a little bit today, and, impulse bought this game from Amazon, because it was only $20. It's been a while since I've streamed anything, and just thought I'd do a chill stream of this. It's gonna take a little bit to get used to controls. I had to rebind some stuff because I'm using a Switch controller for a game that was meant to be played on a 360. But let's see how this goes.
And so our story begins. The kingdom is on the verge of revolution. But who will be the hero to lead the rebellion?
You know, I don't know if I want to be a prince or a princess. But I can do options? Why can I do options right now? Oh, it's just that. Really quickly gonna look at something. I think I'll go princess. Oh, brother. That actually sounds just like how Fable 1 was, so actually I'm just gonna do that. Defeating enemies and unlocking achievements is much more difficult, that's why we called it that. I don't care about achievements, whatever.
Of course, the princess. It is time you saw what your kingdom is truly like. The age of industry has come to Albion. Though some call it the age of oppression.
Oh my god, I forgot about this chicken scene.
When freedom is nothing but a dream, it's time to make a stand. To lead a rebellion. To be a hero. Welcome to the city of the downtrodden. Where those who dare to speak out are punished. And those who dare to hope find nothing to hope for.
I'm trying to be quiet during this because I want to get into it, but I forgot all about this opening cutscene.
True rebels fight against all odds. True rebels never give up. Yet they cannot triumph alone. But who will lead the revolution?
Fucking as much as that chicken went through, that's how it ended. Just getting trampled, hit with a hammer. Oh, nice opaque butler.
Such a beautiful day to waste in bed, don't you agree?
What? Go away, Jasper.
Now that is hardly the response of a princess. I'm afraid it is time to rise. With your permission, I shall wake your sleeping companion. Ah, yes, one's heart soars before bed.
Somehow I forgot about the dog, too!
Trust you both slept well. You have a busy day ahead.
Come on, boy. If I have to get up, so do you.
It's not going to work. Don't look at me like that. Oh, my God. Good dog. What a pair. The kingdom is doomed. Now, madam, if you will follow me, perhaps we can find some appropriate clothing for today's activities. Master Elliot is most eager to speak to you this morning.
You know,
He's waiting for you in the garden.
for the time, I don't think this looked good. I'd rather... Okay, gosh, I'm already tripping over my words. Okay, Jasper, or whatever J Butler name you started with.
Charming boy, but perhaps wearing pajamas to meet him will send the wrong message.
I just need a second, come on. Okay, like, good lord, there is a stark contrast between that pre-rendered cutscene and what is actually in the game. Even if I did think that this didn't look bad at the time, just, good lord.
Surely you don't intend to walk around the castle dressed as
Yes, of
a
course I
knight.
don't.
It may not be the most ornate outfit,
I'll
but
do the
that doesn't
practical.
indicate a lack of quality.
I need to not look at my
It's
buttons
the best.
because they're different. My A button says B.
Ah, splendid choice. I'm sure Master Elliot will approve. Perhaps you ought to make your way to him now. And I would recommend avoiding your brother today. King Logan is rumored to be in an ill temper.
Can I pet the dog? I can't pet the dog. Alright, let's leave.
Have a good day, madam.
Will do. Bye, Jasper.
It was Jasper, okay.
My princess.
Can I run yet, or is that something that I unlock?
Princess.
No, I can't run yet. Sorry. Oh, okay, I can whistle for the dog. I can pet the dog, good. Already a better game for that interaction. I really need to be careful. I need to imagine this controller as a 360 pad.
Wonderful to see
Can
you
I...
again.
Yeah, I can just interact with any random guy, of course.
Lovely day.
Hello.
Just like this.
Yes.
This game.
Hello, princess.
Oh, it just occurred to me. Just a moment. Okay, there we go. I didn't have the Twitch chat pulled up. Sorry about that.
Can I be of service, my lady?
Of course, someone from chat just said, this is a game where you avenge the chicken, right? And yes, of course the chicken is going to be avenged.
Oh,
The chicken that my character absolutely has no idea even existed. Why can't I run?
My lady.
Maybe... Okay, pushing the sticks doesn't do it. Okay, here's Elliot.
Oh, fierce warrior. Are you here to join my army? Good. We shall face all our enemies together, won't we?
What army? Aren't you just a random noble?
then the kingdom is safe.
Oh, our fair princess. Your two brave knights will protect you with their lives.
I can look after myself, you know.
Really? I'm afraid I'll need some proof. Perhaps you can...
Perhaps you can get cut off by a hug. This game tries to force the love interest on you real early, way too early for anyone to care about him.
How effective that will be in a real combat situation.
What, have you not played Undertale?
Did Jasper tell you I wanted to speak to you?
Yes. Did something happen?
I'm not sure, but everyone in the castle seems to be upset with your brother. More than usual. And it's even worse down in the city.
Wait. Right,
You
there
hear
we are.
such terrible stories. Listen, they say a factory worker was executed this morning. I'm sure it's only a rumor, but you can imagine how people are talking. The staff in the castle are anxious. I told them you'd speak to them. Will you do that? I'm afraid of what might happen if someone doesn't calm things down.
If you think it will help.
I do. They may fear the king, but they still care for their princess. So, my good princess, may I take your hand and escort you? Good. Now let's go. I can't believe your brother could have had a worker executed. But sometimes I think, well, that there's something wrong with him. He's changed so much. And he looks so tired all the time. My lady.
I forgot that there was, like, interactions like holding hands and shit. They really tried to, like, enforce a lot of that interaction.
I don't know what this place would be like without him. I'm sure he'll want to carry on with your instruction today. He seems obsessed with combat training lately.
My princess.
The chicken survived! We don't have to avenge him any after all. Oh. I didn't mean to kick the chicken. Where did the chicken go? The only interaction I have with this chicken is to kick it, so I can't do anything with this chicken. Elliot, you're gonna have to warm your own hand. I'm not holding it anymore.
Come on.
Welcome, Your Majesty. Such an honor to have you here today. Staff are convened to hear your words. Whenever you're ready.
You've all been through some difficult times, and the king has been too preoccupied to treat you as he should. But I ask you all to ignore any wild rumors you hear. I promise to speak with my brother about improving conditions for both you and your families outside the castle. Thank you.
You call that a royal speech? You didn't shout, you didn't threaten, and you were far too reasonable. It was bloody marvelous. Right then.
I remember really liking this character.
Take good care of her, Walter.
I suppose you've heard the rumors then. Well, I'm afraid they're quite true. Who knows what your brother will do next? In the meantime, the mood in the castle is getting more uneasy by the day. I think you have a knack for reaching out to people. They all looked up to you back there. The way they look up to a leader.
Except for the guy who just had his finger crammed in his nose. He was just looking in whatever direction suited him.
My lady, a lot of people to see your brother today. Poor sods.
You can stop waving now, I'm
Sir
here.
Walter, what a stroke of luck. Would you be so kind as to sign my petition? We must fight to eradicate poverty in Albion. Too many suffer on our streets, and the king does nothing. He must be made to care.
Oh, very well, but I'm just an old soldier. I doubt my name would mean anything. But perhaps the princess here would care to help you out.
Oh, that would be wonderful, Your Majesty. Well, it would be the greatest honor.
Yeah, I'll sign your thing.
I'd be happy to sign.
Thank you, my princess. Your support will make all the
Nice
difference.
twitchy feather. Look at that twitchy clippy feather. Oh, good shit, that.
That was a courageous move. I doubt it would make much of a difference, but perhaps your brother will finally realize that you have a mind of your own.
This guy knows how change.org petitions work.
Combat room, come on! You have made good progress these past few weeks. But today isn't about practice. I want you to fight me, as if your life depended on it. One day, the
As if
people
my
around
life
you-
what?
Fight!
Okay, which button is typically X? It's this one.
That's it. Do you remember the stories I tell you when you were a child? Of your
Okay.
father, the great hero king. You'd never get tired of hearing the stories. And after each one, you remember what you would say.
Teach me how to be a hero.
Every single time. I wish that was something an old soldier like me could teach you. But I've done my best. Now I need you to do your best. Strike me! Strike me now! I know you have it in you. Do it! You only went and broke it. Look at that.
I remember that line, actually.
Picture or what? But listen, there's something.
Walter, you have to come quickly, both of you.
What's happened?
Outside the castle, it looks like a demonstration.
This is not good.
They're right inside the castle grounds. I've never seen so many people out there.
Balls. I should have known this would happen. I don't think they realize what your brother is capable of. This isn't going to end well. It's been a long time since Logan listened to me, but I should find him. Stay here. There's still something we need to talk about.
I have a horrible feeling about this. We can't just stand here. We need to do something. Look, the guards have moved away from the stairs. We should follow Walter, find out what Logan's going to do. Let's go while we can.
They must be in the war room.
Then let's get there before anyone sees us.
Just really quickly before this next cutscene, one thing that I really didn't like about this game is I think this is really hard to demonstrate, but this is the only game that I've ever played that has floaty on the ground movement controls. It's like I push the stick and it's like I am going to take almost a full second to turn around. That's one of the things that really did bug me about this game.
Quick! You can see them.
Think about what you're doing, Logan.
I'm protecting the interests of the people. Do not question me again. You will shoot to kill. Start with the ringleaders, and if necessary, continue with the crowd.
This is wrong. You can't do this.
Never tell me what I can't do.
Walter! We can't let him kill all those people. You're his sister. Maybe he'll listen to you. We have to do something.
What are you doing here? The war room is no place for a child. Leave now.
I'm here to stop you. You can't kill those people.
No, wait.
Nice emotion.
Perhaps you believe you should be the one making these decisions. You really wish to defend those traitors? Then so be it. Let us see how you do. Take my sister and her friend to the throne room. We shall settle this matter officially.
Move! I'm going.
Leave him alone.
I'm alright. I'm alright.
Don't worry. Whatever happens, we'll get through this together.
Don't make promises you can't keep.
Saviors of the people. Come closer, sister. Today you have disappointed me beyond measure. I have been betrayed by my own blood and a filthy spy.
We did nothing wrong.
Punishment must be apportioned where it belongs.
Punish me, then.
You are no longer a child, and it is time I stopped treating you as one. You wish to save the traitors who had gathered outside the castle this morning. Very well. You shall have your chance to save them. Here stand the leaders of the violent mob. I will give you a choice. Who will be punished? These strangers, or this boy? The sentence will be death.
What? No, this can't be.
You are the princess. Decide.
Your Majesty, Logan, please.
I am giving you power over life and death.
No, I won't do this.
If you can't choose, I will. They will all be executed. So tell me, what are you willing to sacrifice to do the right thing?
This is madness. We can't. We just can't. Choose me. You can't let them all go. Choose me. There's only one decision you can make. It has to be me. Are you listening to me? Pick me. I don't want to die. I don't want to die.
Please.
This can't be happening. It can't be.
I wonder if you wait long enough if he
Still
really...
having trouble deciding? Let me help you. I will give you until the count of 5.
Choose me. They didn't do anything. It should be me.
5. 4. 3.
Bye, guys.
No, it should be me. Don't do this. It should be me.
The boy lives. Kill the rest now.
Please. No. I will never forgive you for this.
Good. Then you will never forget it. Escort my sister to her chambers. Now.
I actually thought that was, I actually thought that was a pretty good villain line. You know,
You mustn't blame yourself, madam. I
Hold
don't
on.
think any of us realized just how far he'd fallen into madness.
I have to do something. I can't just stay here.
You're not. We leave the castle tonight. This kingdom needs nothing less than a revolution. It needs a new leader. It needs a hero. It's time to see if you're ready
Ready for what?
to be your father's daughter.
Very good. I will pack some essentials.
just a moment. I'm hearing word from the chat that the music is drowning out the dialogue. Let me... And I noticed that too. I was hoping that it would get less intense, but yeah, it definitely was.
The kingdom is
Ooh,
doomed.
Jesus. The kingdom is doomed. That... Wait, hold on, do save. Okay.
There's no time. We take nothing.
Not even pajamas?
Come on. We must leave now.
Don't worry, madam. I shall follow you.
I should have done something in the throne room. I should have stopped him.
All you would have accomplished would have been your own death.
Still, maybe I should have taken you away sooner.
What about Elliot? Can't leave him here.
Don't worry. He's safe. And he can take care of himself.
There is something rather sinister about this garden at night.
Where are we going? I thought we were leaving the castle.
We are. But there's something we must do first.
Being intentionally vague is just the cousin of the pronoun game. Tell me what's going on.
It's time we paid our respects to Albion's last hero.
I never thought I'd enter this place again.
You should have known better. The night your father died, I promised him I would bring you here one
Oh,
day.
I can dash now.
When you were old enough and strong enough. This is your history. This is your legacy. The world has been too long without a hero, but I'm hoping that it will have one soon.
One of the things that Peter Molyneux promised going into Fable 3 from Fable 2 was that you would be able to import your ruler from that game into this one, and that would actually influence the way you look. And I remember I maxed out my Fable 2 shit, and I was so disappointed when that wasn't in this game.
This is your father's most treasured possession, the Guild Seal. It chooses those who have the power inside them. Those who have the potential to become legends. Take it.
Yeah, this area is where I sort of felt that sorrow the most, where it's like, oh, wait, hold on, when am I going to get to see the old king and queen? But, c'est la vie.
Is something supposed to happen?
Yeah, a bunch of stock sound effects. Oh, look at that. Games for Windows Live is chiming in. I thought I was told it was supposed to be hard to get achievements.
Who are you?
Ah, Teresa.
The seer of the spire. I guided your father in his greatest triumph. But you have an even greater destiny ahead of you. The seal awoke at your touch, as it would at no one else's. This means the fate of Albion rests on your shoulders. Before you lies the path you were born to take, and at its end is the kingdom you were born to rule. Like all heroes, you will face many trials, but you cannot pass through these gates alone. You will need to gather followers and gain the support of the people. For now, you have the support of two friends, Jasper, who will serve you always, and Sir Walter Beck, who will be your greatest ally. Together you have already taken the first step in your journey. Walk through the gate and claim your reward.
Yeah, she just sort of shat on Jasper here. Jasper, who, yeah, he'll be your friend always, but Sir Walter Beck will be your greatest ally. Oh yeah, okay, so I kind of forgot about that. This sort of is like a mark of your progression, which I actually thought this was kind of neat. It's almost like, you know, when you're growing up and your parents would put a tally mark next to your height next to the wall, just like you can look back and see where you came from, and that was kind of a neat thing. Illusion of choice.
There is a great power inside you. You merely lack the means to unleash it. Take this. The gauntlet will channel the magic within you. Use it by the tomb in the mausoleum, and the way out of the castle will open for you. You will return here when you have gathered enough followers to reach the next gate. Now go. Walter and Jasper will follow wherever you lead. And one day, perhaps the rest of Albion will do so too.
Real talk, this game actually influenced one of my nervous tics. One of the idle animations that your character performs with this gauntlet after they become magical enough is they sort of like flick their hand in a way to sort of like almost brush off the magic, and it's something that like just subconsciously got worked into my own like nervous twitches, nervous twitches, whatever.
Well, do you feel any different?
I don't know.
Try casting a spell. That's supposed to be our only way of getting out of here.
You might have mentioned that earlier.
And spoil the surprise.
By the way, let me know how the dialogue and music levels are.
I never doubted it for a second.
Well, of course, neither did I. Still, though, it bloody worked. Somewhat
It bloody worked.
isn't it?
Absolutely no audio behind you.
You never did care for confined spaces, did you, Sir Walter?
I never did care for being poked in the eye or having my head chopped off. What of it?
Oh dear, I seem to have struck a nerve.
How about if I strike a butler on the bunce?
I can't hear Walter because he's behind me. Hold on, maybe I can fix that. I think it's trying to do directional audio or something, and maybe this will help. And, I don't know, I feel like the music might still be loud. I'm gonna turn it down even more. And you know what? Just for good measure. Oh, nice crunch. Okay, there we are.
Ah, now this is more like it. Grand, spacious, a plentiful supply of oxygen. Just the way a castle's escape route should be.
I hesitate to ask, but what is our
Oh,
plan?
come on.
Other than leaving the castle far behind us, which I wholly approve of, obviously.
It's simple. We have to stop Logan.
How am I supposed to do that?
Nice twitchy
Even
leg.
if I am a hero, I'm just one person.
Exactly. That is why we need to find allies. And lots of them. Once you prove what you are, people will follow you. And many of them will be willing to fight. But they need a leader. Someone to believe in.
Dog is just going
Albion
nuts.
needs nothing less than a revolution.
Yeah, you've said that once before. Just a moment. Okay, sorry.
Bats! Take them up!
Well, young hero, this is your chance to show us what you've got.
Seems like overkill.
Use your spell against them.
Oh, okay, so I can... If I don't push a direction when I'm pushing it, I do an AoE. I got it.
Excellent! Did you see that, Jasper? Did you see it?
Indeed.
Do you have
Your father
eyes?
would have been proud, madam.
Well, I know I am. Come on. And I'm proud of you too, old friend. I've never seen a man cower with such grace.
It is merely a matter of hygiene. Bats
You know,
are
the directional audio might actually be fine for you guys and just not be coming through on
Anyway,
my headphones.
I think we've
I
just
have
seen
no
the
idea,
first
but I
proof
can't hear
of
it at
what you
all
can do.
behind me right now. I'm just gonna keep
You
running
are
because
the
they're
hero
too slow.
who
As
can
much as
lead
I
this
do care
land in a
about
revolution.
hearing the story,
Bats are just the beginning.
well, hold on. There's a way to go this way. Fair enough.
More bats! Get ready to cast some magic. Use your spell.
And this is the first extended period of peace they've given me since the game started.
Time to exterminate a few more bats.
I'd like a sword.
Well, you've certainly got the hang of the spell.
Pardon me.
Shall we proceed?
Gosh, I would really love to hear these guys.
Ugh, what an unusual...
Oh, you know what? That'll work. Subtitles. I don't know why I didn't think of turning them off to turning them on to begin with.
stench. I dare say we must be somewhere beneath Bowerstone Industrial.
Very likely. Not the safest place for us right now. But we should be able to find a way out of the city once we reach the surface.
I can't hear them, but at least I can participate in the dialogue. I can't run when they're behind me, apparently.
Dead end.
Not quite.
What is that?
I'm pretty sure it's a cullis gate.
I'm pretty sure this is a nice twitchy texture.
Magical transportation system for
See that?
heroes.
I was under the impression the Cullis gates were all gone.
Well, it looks like there's one left at least. Your father must have placed this one here in case he ever needed to use it.
It's the same symbol that we saw by the tomb. Do you suppose it's activated in the same way?
Well, there's only one way to find out. You know what to do.
You know, what else I liked about this character is in the opening sequence when he teaches you how to fight with melee weapons, you of course break his sword in half, and now he's got a thick-ass sword. Can't break that one in half.
What is this place?
You know, it must be. It is. It's your father's sanctuary. He used to speak of it, but I never thought it was a real place. Well, I don't believe it. Jasper, this book. There's a note with your name on it.
There is not.
That's not possible. For Jasper? Well, I grant you it is possible, but it must be a coincidence.
Oh, don't be a dolt. The old king must have left it here for you. What's it called?
The Book of Heroes. How extraordinary.
Does it tell us how to get out?
This really is most remarkable. Everything that we could possibly want to know about heroes and this place is right here in these pages.
Because the old king was a nerd!
This map functions as a traveling mechanism. Simply choose where you want to go and, well, it should take you there.
Marvelous. Right. We can use that. We'll have plenty of time to explore this place later. Right now, we have a rather large task ahead of us.
But I don't even know where to start.
Our first stop will be the mountains of Mistpeak. There are people there who would make great allies. They won't offer their allegiance easily, but they despise Logan. And if anyone can persuade them, it's a hero.
Very good. I will continue to become acquainted with this sanctuary. No doubt we will need to make full use of its facilities.
Right, all right then. Find Mistpeak on the map and let's see if that book's telling us the truth.
So, if these guys won't cut me off while I'm talking about this, this area is the start menu. That was something that Peter Molyneux was very, very, like, yeah, this is what makes our game amazing, is instead of having a start menu, every time you press pause after you get to this point of the game, you appear here. Which is nifty, for sure. You know, sometimes start menus are nice, but, you know.
Go on. You might as well learn how to use this map.
Now, that looks like the dweller camp in Mistpeak, just there. Select that as your destination, and you should be taken there, just like that.
I can't remember if there's an actual way to walk between these places or not.
It worked! Oh, I'd forgotten how bloody cold it is up here. Come on. The people here call themselves dwellers. They're tough. They're loyal. And like I told you earlier, they hate Logan's guts. Yep, it may not look like much, but this is where the revolution begins. This is what Logan has reduced them to. He's taken control of these mountains and started destroying its forests.
She's really good, honest.
I knew they'd have a hard
Fable.
time finding food, but I had no idea it was this bad. The man we need to convince is Sabine, a proud old sod, but a good man and a good leader. He won't give his allegiance easily, especially to a princess. Perhaps it's best if I speak to him alone first. You know, maybe you ought to find some new clothes while I talk to Sabine. Something slightly less regal. We don't need this kind of attention. I only have a little bit of gold, but it should be enough. And maybe you can spread what's left among the people. They need it more than we do.
Where can I find clothes?
Oh, don't worry. You'll find someone willing to take that money off you. Now, wish me good luck.
Sounds good to me.
We don't need much. Just enough to survive.
Sorry? I remember this set. I used this for almost the entire game just because I liked it.
Are you here to buy something? Really?
Okay, so then... Oh, we can't just...
Hello, madam. This is Jasper.
Okay, there we go.
Hello? Is this how you use... I am speaking to you through the guild seal. What an extraordinary device. It would seem that as long as you carry the seal, we can communicate freely. Not only that, but you may return to the sanctuary any time you deem it necessary. Might I suggest you do so now and try on your new outfit? Ah, hello. Now, included in the sanctuary is a dressing room. Step through and I'll show you. I've taken the liberty of laying out your clothes on these mannequins, which should serve as convenient storage for any garments you acquired during your travels. Now, why don't you change into your new dweller outfit? There you are. You look just like a dweller. I hope this new outfit is as comfortable as your royal attire, though I suspect the chances of that are quite low.
You know, it's supposed to be warm, but my old outfit actually covered my arms. Whatever.
Now that you are properly attired, you should return to Sir Walter. It is time to meet this Sabine that we've heard so much about.
Hold on, I need to find that little girl who was trying to sell me her dolly. You're not the little girl.
We can't hunt, thanks to the king.
A reliable way to gather a few followers is by simply interacting with people. Try it.
Hi.
I'm sure you'll make an impression.
You look well.
All I've eaten this week is sand.
Congratulations! Getting out among the people has
Left
paid
bumper.
off. Remember that interacting with the citizens of Albion is generally a reliable way to gain followers.
Thank you so much. Nice.
Oh, this is nice.
Oh, this is nice.
Hey!
Yep, just gonna run around, give everyone weird handshakes, and then give them money.
So great! If I ever get hold of that Logan, I'll wring his neck.
Yeah, you just get money. I don't want to give any more handshakes.
This is the most generous thing ever, thanks.
That's more like it. The scruffy look suits you. I've spoken to Sabine.
It made me
explained
bald.
everything, and he's, well, I told you he'd take some convincing. Come on.
I like this guy too.
Out of the way, Boulder. I can't see a thing. So royalty walks into our home. A princess, no less. You're a long mile from the castle, princess. What do you think of our home, then? Do you like what your brother has done to us? These mountains have always been ours. Now Logan's taken them and is stripping them of all life. Oh, we're ready to go to war. But why should we follow Logan's kin?
You can trust me. You have my word.
We don't take much stock in words round these parts. We're simple folk. Ain't that right, Boulder?
Then what do you want?
Proof. First, prove you are truly, as Walter claims, a hero. This is easily done. There's a secret chamber beneath the town of Brightwall, built by your own father. Only heroes can survive its trials and reach the relics within. Bring me one of these ancient objects and I will believe you. Second, prove you are a warrior worthy of leading us into battle. You can do this by slaying the mercenaries who plague Mist Peak Valley and who have long soured our existence. Third, prove you are a true leader. Persuade our neighbors in Brightwall to share what food they have with us. Boulder.
Oh.
If we cannot
Let
eat,
Boulder play with the
we will
dog.
die, and the dead make poor allies.
Is that all?
Yep, that's the lot. Off you go then. Good luck. Nice knowing you.
Hey, come on, boy.
It's nice to see Sabine hasn't mellowed with age. But anyway, I know the place he mentioned. Your father built the chamber under the Brightwall Academy, Albion's greatest seat of learning. At least it was, until Logan closed it down.
All I've eaten
Just
this
show
week
the
is
old
snow.
librarian your guild seal. He'll know what it means. I'll try to find out more about these mercenaries. I'll see you in Brightwall when I have some information.
Probably go ahead and do the first part of this quest.
It makes a nice change doing something useful.
And then after that, probably a good stopping point. I'd play for a little bit longer, but my dog wants my attention. Thank you for the spellcasting tutorial, just in that little half-second interim before the cutscene started. Well, my gloves sure are cold. At least I breathed on them. Bork. Obligatory. Because of course there are. Jesus Christ, these... I don't remember them looking so, like, gross. These look like a combination of Heartless and wolves. They've got the yellow eyes and the black everything else. Did you see how it ragdolled? Yeah, you really did a number on him, dog. I don't remember your name. Your name is Dog. Just run over to the ragdoll and just touch it. You know, just once I'd like to start an RPG in this sort of vein and not have to destroy a bunch of canines. I guess I could have ran past them, but... just doing what the game wants me to do. I am gonna run past these. Oh, but my little dots disappear when I run past them, and I could probably figure out where to go, but... like a gunslinger, but with fireball. Bark? At least this game tries to even it out by giving you a canine companion. Do you need a shovel to do this? No, they just give you a shovel. I don't know where I was carrying that, but fair enough. But yeah, I have problems with this game. This game is not... It's not a great game, but I love a lot of it, and it really influenced me a lot. You know, it came out at a time in my life. You know, this and the rest of the Fable series really, really influenced me. Getting some nice frame drops here.
I see you're approaching Brightwall, a most charming little hamlet. And a perfect opportunity to acquaint yourself with the fine, honest people of this kingdom, far from the bustle of the city and the factory smoke. Of course, a less charitable mind would term them simpletons, but I encourage you to shop in their stores, drink in their taverns, and otherwise partake in their small-town pleasures.
Or just, you know, follow the breadcrumb of fairy dust until you get to the place the game wants you to go. At a certain point in time, I will stop to and actually, you know, smell the roses. I intend on... So, anyone who's played this game before knows that there's a choice you can make later on. You need to amass the funds to... well, maybe I shouldn't spoil everything, because I think one of the people, at least one of the people watching, hasn't played this game. But I will need to do some annoying, dirty work in order to get the money to start something. And then after that, once I get invested, just... I know how to make money really, really quickly in this game. It just takes an initial startup that's annoying to get.
The library is closed by order of the king. We don't serve drinks, we don't sell chicken feed. Please leave before the soldiers suspect you of gaining any real knowledge. Oh, sweet papyrus! A real visitor. I'm afraid I was speaking the truth. King Logan has closed the academy. I'm little more than a custodian these days.
Haven't really been doing a good job. All these books are on the floor. Here's my frisbee.
By the holy bookmark.
Holy bookmark? The fuck are you on about?
I haven't seen it since the old hero king last came here. Then you are...
The princess. Yes.
Oh, my. Please, come this way.
Just a moment. Oh, come on.
Told me that one day a challenger bearing the seal would come seeking entrance to the reliquary, but I never imagined it would happen in my lifetime.
I need to go back to the place.
Founded the academy, of course. I have often wondered how you would react to see it in its present state.
Do sick cartwheels in his grave. Because he was a nerd!
Here we are. I can't tell you how many of our researchers and professors have studied this door, hoping to unlock its mechanism. But I knew there was only one thing that would ever open it.
Kind of unrelated to what's immediately going on, but I think this is the first game I played that had that sort of like hold the button to confirm that a lot of games are doing these days. I actually thought that was a really, really nice feature, although, gosh, I wish it was half as long as it is. Or even just a third less long. You spend a lot of time just looking at something, waiting to activate it. I think this is actually a place where I can miss some stuff if I don't explore. But I kind of wanted to get through this area a little quickly, so I think I'll just continue following the pixie dust for now.
Ah, hello, Jasper here again. I believe that amazing device is what is known as a flit switch.
I can't tell if this is a 3D model or a texture, because it's...
What I have just found in the sanctuary.
No, it's a 3D model.
As soon as you possibly can.
just constantly looks at you the same way a texture would.
This sanctuary contains an armory, within which there are some truly remarkable weapons, heroic weapons, which your father left for you. This way, please.
I could go that way, but just a moment. He did pack the pajamas after all. I very quickly just want to get rid of this. Please let me get rid of it. Oh, X, not Y. That's better. Don't be bothered by the hair ponytail clipping through the fur. Don't be bothered by the ponytail clipping through the fur.
These weapons don't appear particularly impressive yet.
Sword.
However, according to the book, they actually
Sword.
That sword is certain to cut a swathe through your foes, and depending on whom you kill and how, it will grow ever more powerful.
Okay, so he's talking about a system that was actually never implemented into the game, so I'm going to walk away from that.
Ah, yes, the flit switch. Now, the way you activate these is by hitting them. Your new weapon should serve that purpose ably.
That was another feature that Molyneux promised, that you would have a weapon that would grow alongside you, and depending on what you kill, it would change shape, and that feature actually is in the game. If you kill a bunch of skeletons with it, it'll get all bony and stuff. If you kill a bunch of wolves with it, something else will happen. But it doesn't actually grow in stats, it's completely worthless, you'll throw it away by the time you find your first other weapon that isn't it, which is really unfortunate. There have been playthroughs where I messed with it just to try to get it looking a certain way, but it's glamour and you're doing it just to look nice, even though the stats aren't good at all. Right, the flourish thing. There we are. And there's that floatiness I was talking about, too. I feel like all of the attack animations could have done with less startup lag, less end lag, being faster in general. Can I roll? Well, I forgot it had cinematic camera. That's kind of neat. Did everyone freeze? Dig spot. But yeah, in that way, the combat in Fable 1 it felt quite a bit better. Admittedly, you know, when I was growing up, I actually liked Fable 2 more than Fable 1, at least before, you know, the remastered and stuff happened. But I can't remember it at all. For some reason, like, even though I remembered enjoying it more, I don't remember Fable 2 at all. Except for Stephen Fry playing as, the asshole. I can't remember his name. Reaver or something. I feel like it wants me to hit that, but... Oh no, it just wanted me to step on the light. Right, I remember this part. And the shiny light summoned skeletons, that's what it was. Oh, you can only... Okay, so each one of these platforms you can pick one way to go. Summon creature's potion. Seems like that should be a scroll or something. If I wanted to drink something to summon friends, I would just drink more alcohol, which I suppose is what inspired this stream to begin with, so fair enough. Again, could have just as easily combined those two effects into one potion and called it alcohol, or made them scrolls. I don't understand how you can drink a potion that slows time. I wonder if they actually touch on that. So some of the lore that was brought up, it was touched on in Fable 1, and it was really explored in Fable 2, that aside from just the gift of natural control of magic and being able to, you know, invest points in skilling up and shit, heroes had the innate ability to survive any fall. Which was just sort of like, they just threw it in there randomly. And I guess my dog has it too. A charge spell, alright. You know, and the one bummer thing about the system that that wasn't implemented correctly that I mentioned earlier with your sword growth, or weapon growth, since it applies to rifles as well, is it counts this tutorial section. So there is a very, very high chance that in completing this tutorial section that you are going to add a skeletal augment to your sword. Which again, purely visual, this sword is trash and it never becomes not trash. But if they actually had implemented that system right, it's kind of bullshit that they force you to stick this skeleton augment on it. If you actually wanted to build it a certain way, you would have to go through this entire section using only magic. Which I feel like would be very doable, but also very boring. This door is locked. Oh, I remember this. Right out of Zelda. I don't know what's down there, but I'm not dropping down, because, again, places to go. Dogs to pet. In fact, yeah, dogs to pet. I will stop for a moment. Hey, dog. No. Dogs to pet. He isn't actually dead, is he? Oh, yeah, now he is. Nope, 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 no. There we go. The achievement was, if it bleeds, we can kill it, and these things certainly don't do that. In fact, I really don't know what that coup de grace is doing to it. My sword is just harmlessly slipping between their ribs. Dog? Yes, treasure. Lead me to treasure. I don't know why someone would basically just go and put bus fare in a chest, but fair enough.
Ah, hello. Yes, you'll recall that I mentioned that flit switches require a knock from a melee weapon. Well, it seems that was only partially correct. According to the book, only blue switches require melee weapons. The red variety requires magic, and to activate yellow switches, you must shoot them with a firearm. Fortunately, that section of the book also indicated where some firearms were located, and these weapons, well, they must be seen to be believed.
Because you wouldn't believe it, it's a rifle.
Ah, so the weapons in question were also left for you by your father. They are in the armory. Like the sword and hammer, these astonishing weapons evolve over time as you use them, becoming ever more fearsome. They can cause more damage and achieve other incredible effects.
Rifle.
The rifle. Marvelous. No one's going to get
Stop
close
telling
to
me
you
about
if you
features
do.
not in the game. Oh, come on, let me
pistol
leave.
will remain here should you wish to use it instead. In the meantime, experiment and see what incredible properties are waiting to be unlocked.
Wow, I don't remember the reload being that long on rifles. Camera was trying to make me look that direction, but there was nothing over there. They didn't even explain that. I just randomly remembered, oh yeah, you can aim, can't you? You don't need to, by any means. I don't know why you can charge a rifle shot. Maybe it's sort of implying that you're taking time to aim or something. Apparently I'm low on health. I really remember there being a... There's the roll. Yeah, you just can't roll when you're not in combat. Oh! Hi, Mr. Skeletal. There's some... Can I shoot that? So it's 2-shot reload. But yeah, just like you can flit, you know, magic behind your back, you can... If you're aiming one direction and charging, you can still fire at something behind you just by holding the stick in the other direction. Give me a potion. I don't want these slow time shits. Was that part of the hard mode that they don't give you potions? I didn't think it said that. Whoa. Whoa! I keep on expecting roll to be on B, but it's on A with your dash. Yeah, I must be real close to death. Yeah, I'm just gonna throw away that other shot. It's not worth it if I don't have both. There we are. I'm fine. I don't need no stinking slow timer. Oh, that's the sound that was in the... That's the music option sound.
You have done well. Now, step into the light. There is much you need to know. Congratulations, hero. Touching the guild seal was an indication of what you could become. Reaching the music box has proven what you already are. No one but a hero could have done it. You have begun to learn what powers you possess, and there is still greater potential within you. But you have only taken the first step in your journey. Albion is crying out for a revolution, and for someone to lead it. Winning supporters to your cause will be hard. Leading them against Logan will be an even greater challenge. But it's one you must accomplish.
I'll make him pay for what he did.
This is not a matter of personal vengeance.
Oh, isn't it?
As long as your brother sits on the throne, Albion is in great danger. Open the music box. It will show you the truth.
This is my Albion. Its cities will bow to my law, or they will burn. Its mountains will bend to my will, or they will fall. This is my Albion. Its people will do as I say, or they will die. Its future will be as I decree, or it will end. I've seen what must be done. and nothing will stand in my way. We will be greater, and we will be stronger, no matter what sacrifices we must make. This is my Albion, and I will see it destroyed before I surrender it.
Again, these pre-rendered cutscenes look really good.
Doubted the necessity of a revolution. You have your answer. The kingdom will face its own annihilation under your brother's rule. Now, do whatever you must to gain your first ally, for you cannot lead a rebellion without followers. Sabine is a good man, and his people are strong.
The pre-rendered cutscenes I actually really think look good even for today, and I really like I can't remember his fucking name. The Dick King is an actually really good villain. This game does hit home in a few areas, even if a lot of things just got neglected. A lot of promises made. I understand why a lot of people don't like this game. Alright, this is the skill up system. Sort of spend these on chests. You know, because dyeing your armor is a skill. You know, and I think that when you buy these is when your weapon, like your base weapons, upgrade in appearance based on what you fought, if I recall correctly. This is what I need. This is how you make all the money forever. You become a landlord. I should buy more. I should probably buy everything they're offering me, but I know you don't need to open all these chests to get through the next door, the road to rule. That's just based on progression. And something that I usually like doing in Fable games is sitting on my experience and spending it all at once later. Because typically you don't need it. Like, but then again, those fights were taking a little bit of time. Maybe I should focus in onto something. But for now, I'm just going to be a landlord and learn how to talk to people. And if I need to do more, I'll do more. Fucking nice teeth.
Blessed index.
Oh, now it's blessed index cards?
This is cause for great rejoicing. Albion has a hero again. If ever I can be of assistance, I will be honored to serve you.
I knew you would succeed, madam. You now have proof positive of your heroic status, and I believe Walter has made some progress with the mercenary problem. He is waiting for you outside the local tavern.
Okay, but I think that is where we're going to call it for tonight's stream. I really just wanted to dip into it. You know, I impulse bought this game. I do love this game, even though there's a lot of shit wrong with it. But yeah, we'll look into more of what this game has to offer later. This is obviously just going to be mostly tutorial and, you know, setting up, figuring out OBS again. But for those of you who tuned in, thank you so much for watching.
How curious that Sir Walter should have chosen a tavern as your rendezvous point.
Be quiet.
I do hope he's finding some way of occupying his time while he waits.
Just need to figure out how the hell to save. Unsaved data may be lost. Game management, okay.
For you.
there we are. Well, hope everyone has a good rest of their night.
If you're not too busy,
Jasper, you need to shut up. And I'll see you all next time.
have a look in the sanctuary.